Okay, yeah, it started. Alright, so what is up, YouTube? This is Sweepers Podcast, normal NFL podcast. We're missing Jonah today. He might jump in later on, but as of right now, he's not joining. I'm joined here by Andrew and Casey, like normal. How you guys doing today?
Yo.
How you doing today, bro?
What's up, man? I'm pretty good.
I'm all right, guy. What about you?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Um, really bad headache, from my. But yeah, other than that, not too bad, bro. Um, you guys ready to talk about football?
Been
Yep.
ready.
That oh god, I was gonna talk to you guys about it last night, but then I was like, no, we have a podcast today. Let's just not talk about football, and then we'll talk about it today. We got a lot to talk
Yeah.
about, bro.
Yeah.
First, we'll get into the news that went around because there is a lot of news to get over. And then yeah, we have some scheduling matchups to talk about. Just 2 weeks for right now. And then, did you guys get your top 10 tight ends of all time?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. Bet and that should be the pod. That'll be. I think it'll be a pretty good time. A little over an hour probably. Um, but yeah, first little set of news. Our last episode was a couple weeks ago, but we did talk about a rumor of Nick Foles going to the Colts, and it's official that he did. This is like a older rumor, or not an older rumor, older news thing, but he went to the Colts. How you guys feel about it?
I think
Yeah.
it's a really good move for Indianapolis.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Good move.
yeah,
I
bro.
don't see where it could go wrong, honestly. Foles, he has his issues, like with his consistency when he has started in the past, like full time. But I
Yeah,
mean, the man was one of the main reasons the Eagles won that Super Bowl.
yeah,
So I'm pretty confident in the Colts, honestly, winning that division again.
yeah, bro.
No, they didn't win it last year, huh? Tennessee won it.
Yeah, Tennessee did.
I see him taking it this year, though, with Foles.
Yeah, I
I wouldn't
agree.
be surprised.
Especially with
Because if
Jonathan
JT
Taylor.
keeps on his same, yeah, if JT keeps up his running, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, bro. Um, I haven't heard anything else from this topic, but Kaepernick worked out with the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, how you guys feel about it? I don't know if he got signed yet or anything, but he did work out with them.
From what I saw, there was no intentions on getting signed
Oh,
from the Raiders side of it.
okay.
Um, Good for him,
Yeah,
but I think it's just smoke in the air. Kaepernick, in my opinion, I don't think he'll ever start again. If he does get brought back,
okay.
just because it's been 6 years since he's played.
Yeah, yeah,
He can't expect any team to take that risk. That's like, say, if a team that needed a quarterback went and called Johnny Manziel, you
yeah,
know, it's just not what he's asking for is not, it's not sustainable for an NFL team looking to win.
yeah, bro. Um,
True.
yeah, I agree. I like it for Kaepernick just because, yeah, like you said, there's no intention of signing him with him or anything. But I like it for Kaepernick just to get him a little bit more out there. Maybe he could go join like the XFL or something, bro. Like
I'd
if
like to
he,
see that.
yeah, like that would be
I think he
cool.
needs to quit trying to play with the NFL because I think the politicking in the NFL is still keeping him out.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And the XFL, I feel like, won't have really any politicking. I mean, it's going to just be starting, for God's sakes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Casey, your thoughts on this, Brody?
Yeah. It was good for him to go get a little workout in. Like Andrew said, that's a big risk for a team to take when he hasn't played in so long. But yeah, hopefully he can just get out there a little bit more and play in the XFL or maybe back an NFL team up
Yeah,
eventually. But we'll just see.
yeah. Well, we have this little topic right here. Robbie Anderson, the receiver for the Carolina Panthers, he's like 27 years old. He's not super old, but he's not super young at the same time. I guess he posted something that said he was contemplating retirement, and people are saying that's Sam Darnold's fault. Um, do you guys think this is true, or you think he's just joking?
Well, I don't think he's joking in a sense, but also I think he's definitely throwing some smoke in the air when it comes to saying it's Sam Darnold's fault.
Yeah,
If Sam Darnold drives you to retirement, you shouldn't have been in the NFL in the first place.
yeah,
Um, Robbie Anderson's a hell of a receiver. He was when he was even with the Jets.
yeah,
He was one of the shining stars in New York. He needs to quit being a baby
yeah,
because if he's really trying to blame Darnold for him wanting to, man, you're going to have a better quarterback here soon.
yeah.
Whether it's Sam Darnold improving or what we're going to get into later.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
So I don't know. I think he's kind of being a little baby on that one.
yeah.
Had a little
I
bad year and now he's going to retire.
Yeah, bro. Casey.
Yeah, if that's actually the sole reason he's considered retiring, then yeah, he's being pretty soft. That's an L mindset. Like that's just kind of ridiculous. There can be
Yeah,
lots of like he's not even like having like you see players retire kind of young. We've seen a younger Carolina player retire before in Luke Kuechly, but he was hurt. He was injured a lot. Sometimes you have to make that choice.
Right.
Anderson hasn't had those problems, so there's not really any real reason for him to just go and retire right now. So yeah, I thought that was a little odd.
yeah,
Especially if it's because of Darnold, like that is so strange of a reason to throw that out there. He could have BS'd and said, "Oh, I've been hampering injuries," or even been real saying that he was hampering injuries. That'd have been a better reason than throwing Sam Darnold under the proverbial bus per se.
yeah.
Yeah,
And also, it could not be true. It's just what people are saying online. Um,
I doubt it. If it is like Case said, that's really soft,
yeah.
really
Um,
soft.
but I do kind of feel bad for him because you look at it. He went to New York, and Sam Darnold's his quarterback. He goes to Carolina. He's like, okay, cool. I have Teddy Bridgewater, whatever. He's not the biggest upgrade, but it's better than Sam Darnold, you know. And then Sam Darnold goes back to Carolina with him, and it's like, yo, what? So yeah, I
This
kind
little
of feel bad
parasite's
for him.
following me around.
I mean, he
Retires to get away from Darnold. That is funny.
yeah, he just retires and comes back a year later. Um,
Yeah, he's just like I just didn't want to play with him anymore.
yeah. um, but I mean, they
Uh,
have Matt Corral. Um, obviously, he's
uh,
young, but he could be something. And yeah, like you said, they could have another person that we can talk about later on today. That we will talk about later on today. But
yeah,
and that would
um,
be a big jump from Darnold.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, let's jump into contract extensions because we got a lot of those. First of all, David Njoku, tight end for the Browns, he got a 4-year extension. I don't remember how much. I didn't put that down. How do you guys feel about that? Well, I'll pull up the amount.
I like it, but I'm shocked they actually did that.
Yeah,
They brought in Hooper from Atlanta, and then I mean, again, and Njoku's a good tight end, but
yeah.
damn,
Um, real quick, he got paid 56.75 million for 4 years.
wow, he's making
Uh,
all what is it?
approximately
Almost 20
like
a year?
yeah,
Not 20 mil, 10 mil a
no,
year.
approximately like 12, 13.
Wow,
Yeah, I kind of
I'd say he's the backup.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about it because, like you said, Austin Hooper's there. Um, but I
That's
mean,
shocking.
yeah, it gives him more targets. You know, maybe he could be a second receiver at times. You know.
Maybe he's gonna have to fill in at QB because Deshaun ain't gonna play. The fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Casey, how do you feel about this, bro?
yeah. I think when they went and got Hooper, people were thinking, well, they're gonna move on from Njoku and he's gonna hit the market. No, and it's not like it's just a little small 1 or 2 year deal either. It's a pretty good sized deal there.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's a backups deal for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, and you're gonna wonder. do they like the concept of having two tight ends and lining up an ace formation too potentially? Could that factor into it?
Yeah.
That's true.
Do
That's
they
true.
want
I
to
didn't even
line
think about
two
that.
tight ends up? Do they want to have seven guys on the line and run the ball down people's throats as well?
Yeah.
That would be a good move with who they got in the backfield.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because did Kareem Hunt stay?
Yeah, he's still there.
Damn, they still
So
got Kareem and Chubb.
yeah, you look at
Wow.
it, it's like you have your receiver and Amari Cooper, and you have two
I forget they
quarterbacks.
went and got him too. God dang. It's been a minute since we talked football.
God, bro. But yeah, you still got right now currently two quarterbacks. Because Deshaun Watson hasn't been suspended yet, so we don't know what's going on with him. But
Right.
we will get to that later, obviously. But two quarterbacks, two running backs that can start, and two tight ends that can start. So that offense looks all around pretty freaking good, you know. Um,
Yep.
Do
I
we
would
know
like
if
to see.
Landry signed anyone?
I don't. I'll look that up real quick.
Because if not, he should go back. Because I heard grumblings that he was thinking about going back since the situation kind of changed and got better.
He went to New Orleans.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm
Jameis
with you guys
Winston.
though. Yeah, he's gonna have Jameis Winston throwing it. Gonna kind of interesting for sure. But yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I think it's kind of a little iffy, but at the end of the day, it could be really good for him. But the next contract extension we got is Hunter Renfrow signed a 2-year, $32 million extension to the Raiders. Um, how do you feel about that, Andrew?
I really like it. I love Renfro as a player. You and me have talked exclusively about it. We really, I like him. He might be a
Yeah,
Raider, but as a receiver, I'd put him in top 5 slot receivers in the NFL
yeah,
because that man he's really good at catching. He's got that little juice on him, and I'm kind of shocked they only gave him 2 years.
yeah, bro. Um, yeah, Casey, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, he is a Raider, but Hunter Renfro, he's a good player, good person, and yeah, that's an offer that he definitely deserved, and he's going to complement Adams in the slot very well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like, yikes.
yeah. I I'm with you guys. I like it a lot. Like Andrew said, we've talked about it plenty of times. Me and him one on one. Just he's a really good player. I really like him. He's like a white Tyreek Hill. He's not obviously as fast, but he can catch, and then he uses a little speed, uses a little body, uses it as an advantage. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I hope Derek Carr plays up to what everyone's hoping he will be. I mean, I hope he doesn't for the Chiefs' sake, but at the same time for like the
His
league.
sake, he needs
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Because I mean, look at all the talent he's got around him now. Like he was playing pretty darn good without the likes of Devonte Adams, and Devonte himself just adds so much to them as a team.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, look what he did for Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like
yeah, bro.
he
It's
won that man. He basically won that man 2 MVPs.
yeah, I like it. Um, yeah, our next little extension we got is to the Rams, and it's Cooper Cup getting a 3-year, $75 million extension. Um,
100% deserved.
yeah, yeah,
That dude was the triple crown receiver,
yeah, bro.
Super Bowl MVP. Like,
I'm pretty sure we had
give
a
it.
top 10 receiver
Mm,
list, right? And he was
yeah.
in everyone's top two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Just solely from what he did last year.
yeah, bro.
He threw himself into that list because we even said it when we made, like, I've talked to you because I wasn't there for that episode,
Yeah,
but I've told you myself, he would not have been even considered for my top 5 before last year
yeah,
because I felt like there was better, but Cooper Cup showed me that there's not really any.
yeah,
Well-deserved extension.
for sure. Casey?
Yeah, he's a stud. He showed what he's capable of last year, so obviously he's earned that extension. And yeah, I don't think he would have cracked my top 5 either. We knew he was good, but he surprised a lot of people, raised their expectations, raised the Rams' expectations. So obviously they're willing to give him a lot of money and watch him go ball out somewhere next season. So yeah, he definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
I hope he backs it up. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna have to back it up, but
Big time. That's 25 mil a year.
that's a lot
That
for us.
man's getting big money for a receiver. So yeah, I hope he backs it up.
Yeah, bro.
I think he will.
I
I
think he
think
will
he
for sure.
definitely.
The only thing I'm worried about is injuries
Yeah.
Yeah, if he
because
gets hurt,
he's had in his knee problems.
Yeah. For
That's the
sure.
only thing I'm worried about. I think Cooper Kupp, like you guys said, he showed what he was capable of last year without injuries. And when he's got a quarterback that's like, I trust you,
Yeah.
and the only thing I'm worried about is his knees.
Yeah, bro.
That's because that ACL, man. I'm surprised how good he did off of that injury.
Yeah. Well,
He came back and was the best receiver off of a torn ACL.
sure.
Like
It
the
goes
man's a
down
beast.
to yeah. It goes down to the Rams having all those weapons, Last year they
Right.
had Robert Woods and Odell helping. Now they have Allen Robinson and possibly Odell. He hasn't been signed by anyone yet, so we don't know. But Allen Robinson
That's
is
a
there.
shocker to me too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm really surprised. Where you're going to get into this next one, and I'll bring it up because it has to. My thought on that on this next thought has to do with Odell too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, before we get to that though, real quick, Andrew, um, fantasy football, where do you think Cooper Cup's going to land this year in our draft? Do you think he's going to go like early as hell?
Early as hell, easily,
Huh?
easily. That
Yeah,
man's guaranteed 20 points on fantasy nowadays.
yeah,
Like I drafted Tyreek Hill last year, and he put Tyreek Hill to shame.
yeah,
He put
yeah,
Tyreek Hill to shame, bro. He has even the last couple of years. Cooper. He better go early as hell. I'll tell you now. If nobody else does, I'm taking him.
yeah, for sure. First round, he's up on my board right there. I'm taking him
Easy,
1,000%.
easily, easily, bro. I'd pick him over most quarterbacks, my dude. That's how good Cooper Kupp became in this last year. Like
Yeah,
even Casey, like I'm glad that I'm not the only one that, coming into this last year, I didn't think that much of him. Like I knew he was good, obviously, but holy cow.
yeah,
right?
I would have never guessed that he was this good.
yeah. Um, yeah. Casey, do you have any thoughts on the fantasy?
Yeah, I think he'll definitely get taken early. Um, makes me wonder. Makes me wonder if I want my first pick to be him or if I want it to be a quarterback. I mean, I'll probably take Mahomes if I'm being honest, but I can definitely see Cup
If he's there.
getting picked. Yeah, if he's there.
Or do you have an early pick? I don't remember.
I
But
have the first pick.
oh yeah, you do. Yeah, so it's all up to you, to be honest.
Oh, you do got the first pick, huh?
Yep.
That's hella cool.
Mm.
Oh God. But yeah, no. Let's get back onto topic. The next contract extension we got is Aaron Donald, 2 year, 60 mil extension. To the Rams. Pretty much 30 mil a year. Andrew, you wanna give us your thoughts?
And the reason I mentioned Odell on this one was because what I heard was Aaron would not sign unless they brought Odell and Vaughn back or one or the other.
Really?
And that's why he was talking about retirement. And also because, he feels like he has nothing left to prove after the Super Bowl. But the reports I was reading is, yeah, if they didn't bring back Vaughn and Odell, he'd retire. And obviously they didn't bring Vaughn back. So I was like, man, Aaron Donald might be retiring.
Yeah.
And Aaron got signed his extension before Odell got signed. I'm shocked.
Yeah. I
It's
didn't know
obviously
that.
great. Like the money well placed. The
Yeah.
time is very short, which is shocking, but I think this will be Aaron Donald's last contract.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see him winning one more in this contract and then retiring at the end. Maybe not one more,
I
but
hope he
still
does.
retiring. Yeah.
I hope he does, because him retiring after the Super Bowl would have been a really good way for a guy of his caliber to go out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because everyone knows that Aaron can play for another 10 years if he wanted to.
Yeah, and that's the
But
thing that
that's just
sucks,
not been in
bro.
his plans.
That sucks. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm. His
good for
back's gonna
him.
hurt after he retires.
Yeah, good for him though, because he's obviously doing something right.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm glad the Rams got over the hump and Stafford got over the hump.
Yeah,
To where I'm hoping that they do it one more within the
yeah,
next 2 years. They got to get one more for Donald, because I really do. I think this is his last contract.
yeah, yeah. I can see it. Casey, your thoughts?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised this is his last contract either. I mean, he said he was. I saw he was considering retirement if they won the Super Bowl, and it was crazy to think that maybe he wasn't going to resign. It's cool that he did, yeah, and then the reason it's probably 2 years is probably because this is probably it for him. He's got his ring. He's already had an amazing career. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires after these last 2 years, but I'm glad he's back for a couple more years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So this next topic, it's a little. I don't know. I don't like it for this team. Russell Wilson wants a 5-year, $250 million extension with the Broncos. I'll let the Broncos fan take it away first, and I'll give my thoughts after you guys. Andrew?
Huh. This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Man, he wants a lot of money, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
God, Russ. You know me, Isaiah. I love the idea of him on my team, but damn, 50 million already?
Yeah,
I think he's asking a little too steep, too quick.
yeah,
He needs to come out and do something before he starts asking for Mahomes money.
Yeah, he's literally making 0.3 million less than Mahomes makes a year with that. That's half of Mahomes' contract.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, hold on.
There's half of
Mahomes
Mahomes' contract right
changed a
there.
franchise here. Here's the difference in the two. Russ might save us from our little playoff drought. I'm sorry, if we pay you that, you better win 4 damn Super Bowls, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't proved anything in Denver yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. He wants this, and he ain't played one game yet.
And
Yeah,
don't forget, he's like 32 years old. 32 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, the length I'm not worried about. I think Russ can play into his 40s,
Really?
or at least to the age of 40.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Like, dude, that is a lot of money for not playing a damn game yet.
Yeah.
Insane, man.
Like, Mahomes didn't even ask for the contract he got. He just got given it because he's good.
Yep.
And it's like guys like Josh Allen, they got paid because they're damn good, and they showed what. Russell Wilson, you're good, bro. You won one Super Bowl with Seattle, though.
Yeah.
One in like 10 years. Mahomes won a Super Bowl in 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
You went to that two-peat of Super Bowls and haven't went since. Barely cracked playoffs.
And he's been hurt a
Too
lot.
much, too soon.
He's been hurt like every
Way
year.
too much money too soon. That's what I'm saying. That if we give you that, you can't get hurt ever.
Yeah.
We better be at least making it to fucking divisional round of the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
This is big money he's asking for. I don't think he realizes that it's not just like obviously a price, we got to pay 250 mil. There's a price behind the price. You got to show the hell out now. If you get that deal, you have to play minimum like Mahomes, bro.
Yeah.
Because every big contract is going to be compared to one of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And the fact that Mahomes so far has backed up every dime. He might not have won a Super Bowl, but the guy has gotten you damn close last year.
Yeah.
I think he's earned every dime.
1,000%.
Russell Wilson, if he was asking for like 30 mil, that's like, okay, just because of your status, I give that to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
$50 million a year. You're asking for way too much for not even. You haven't even got a damn game under your belt, bro. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like the deal. I don't like the idea of it.
I love that.
And there's no way they're gonna. Yeah.
Go ahead, Casey. Go ahead, Casey.
They're gonna like. There's no like. They're gonna have to like. We're gonna have to see how he does for a year in Denver. Like that sounds like a kind of deal he would get if he took the Broncos to the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah,
But
Damn right.
he
Damn
hasn't.
right.
Like that's a perfect offer if he leads the Broncos to the Super Bowl out of nowhere next year. But he hasn't played a game in a Broncos uniform yet. We got to slow things down here first and see how he does before we get into all that.
Amen.
Absolutely crazy.
Amen.
Absolutely crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, that one blew me away. I didn't even. I haven't heard a whole lot about that. Yeah, this news piece slapped me in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad.
'Cause I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. Because when I saw this, I really wanted to talk to you about it. But then I was like, this could be an amazing little segment for you to either love it or hate it. And I'm glad you hate it because it's like, yeah, it's so bizarre.
I love my
Unless,
Broncos, but this, yeah, like you, this is bizarre.
yeah,
You ain't played one game yet, Russ.
yeah,
All you've done is all we've seen you in at Broncos is practice, dude.
yeah,
And it's not like they're buzzing about you at practice. Like, look at Russell Wilson looking like he's early. I ain't seen shit about it other than, oh, look at Russ looking clean in the Broncos. And you want $50 million a year, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
They're taking us for fools. They think we're that desperate to have a quarterback.
yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure.
I just don't. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I love Russell Wilson. I love the idea of him playing in Denver. What are you doing? What is he
Yeah.
doing? Is he trying to tarnish it before it even gets started?
yeah.
Are you here to win rings or win money, Russ? What are we doing here?
By the looks of that, it's money.
I want to hear your thoughts. I know you clearly don't like it, but I want to hear what you're really thinking. What's your in-depth thoughts of this as a Chiefs fan, even?
Um, as a Chiefs fan, I would love for him to sign this. Um, because first of all, you guys would be locked into Russell Wilson, that's injury prone, for 50 million a year for 5 years. So I would absolutely love this. But as a sports NFL fan, yeah, I hate it for you guys because it's 50 million a year for an injury prone guy that's 32, 33 years old. Yeah, only won a Super Bowl once in 10 years, like you guys said. He Yeah, he's been leading some MVP votes every year for like the past 5 years, but he's never gotten it. And like I've said, he's injury prone. He's gotten hurt every single year. I don't even think I think 30 mil is probably the max you give him. Um, unless, yeah, like Casey said, goes to the Super Bowl, wins it this year, or even loses it. 50 mil is fine for that, whatever. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy shit.
Yeah, for sure. All right. The next topic is, well, not next topic, but the next little news thing we got is Minka Fitzpatrick. He signed a 4-year extension with the Steelers, making him the highest paid safety. Um, let me look up his contract real quick.
Mm.
He just got 18 million per year on a 4-year deal to make him the highest paid safety in the league. Andrew, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, that's wow.
Yeah.
The years I agree with.
Oh yeah.
They overpaid him, in my opinion. I
Really?
haven't heard one time in his career with the Steelers or even with Miami. I didn't hear once him even considered in the top 3 of safeties in the league.
Really?
And now he's the highest paid?
Before you go on, the last 2 years, I've actually heard people say he's the best safety.
God, they'd put him over like Tyrann Mathieu, over Justin Simmons, yeah, Denver safety, Derwin James of the chart. That's just in our division.
Yeah, I
He
don't
used to be
agree
in our
with it.
division.
I don't agree with it, but
That is
people have
nuts.
said that. I think Derwin James is the best safety, and obviously we'll probably get to that in one of these episodes. But yeah,
I'm glad we're in agreement that he's really not the best.
yeah, I think
He's great. He's a great player.
Yeah,
He's one of the best ones on that Steelers defense. They got great pieces, but he's one of the shining pieces.
yeah, for
Highest
sure.
paid safety in the league, though?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Take it away, KCI, because I don't
Yeah.
agree. I don't like
Casey, your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, yeah, he's a very good player. It's a little probably got overpaid a little much. I mean, maybe he'll have some kind of breakout year, improve it, and shut us all up. But yeah, the highest paid safety in the league over some other guys.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy to me. He's a very good player, yeah, but I don't think he's the best. Now he's the highest paid. We'll see how much he can back that money up.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right, that's the end for our little contract extension talk right there. A little bit more news we got going on. Debo Samuel, we have talked about it before on these episodes. One of these episodes. Debo Samuel is going to return to San Francisco this year. He will be playing for him, at least for the time being. He might be traded at the trade deadline or whatever, but for the time being, he will be playing for San Francisco. Andrew, your thoughts on that?
It's great for San Francisco, and the reason I say that is I think this is where San Fran will change his mind.
Yeah.
I get it. They could probably get a shit ton of value for him. Do not let Debo go.
Yeah.
Do not. I get it. They're kind of trying to work in the Trey Lance. Debo, they got to change his mind somehow. That dude they can't let him go.
Yeah.
I think the only thing they need to do is quit making him play running back.
Oh yeah, for sure, and
Because from what
especially
I read, he's tired of doing that. He's tired of being literally the entire offense.
yeah, and they have good running backs is the thing. Like I don't understand why you would make them be there.
I think a lot of it these last couple of years has been injuries.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Debo kind of needs to put a halt on his complaining because it's given him a chance to be the forefront. I don't think we would have known who Debo Samuel was so quickly had he not gotten thrown in there. It's like, hey, you got to do this, this, this. And we got to see what this kid could do.
Yeah.
So doing that, I think, benefited him. But I can understand he's probably tired of it now because he's like, I've proven myself. I don't got to be everything.
Yeah.
But that I hope they change his mind because I don't want to see him go anywhere else. I'm not a Niners fan, but I don't know. I just like loyalty. Stay
I'm on.
loyal to the guys that gave you the opportunity.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know me. We've talked about it before. We're on the same page with the loyalty stuff. I think I'm gonna make a little bit, possibly a hot take. I think by like the middle of the season, like week 9, Trey Lance will be the starter and Jimmy G will be the backup. And because of that, I think they'll shine a little bit more just to have the fresh new guy coming in and playing. I don't think he'll be amazing, but I think he'll be pretty freaking good. And I think Trey Lance will be the reason why Debo will stay. Um, I could see that being a reason,
I
but
like that. I like your thoughts on that.
yeah, I've been seeing, before we get into your thoughts, Casey. I've been seeing like reports of everybody loving Trey Lance at like workouts, training camp, all that. Everyone's loving how he's playing, all of that, bro. So
I love to hear it. I hope he takes over as the face
yeah,
because I think Jimmy's stopping the transition period.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Jimmy's doing everything he can because, he was kind of sucking there for a minute, and they were like, all right, we're going to move on. Then Jimmy started playing good again. It's like, all right, dude. Now
Yeah.
you're trying to stop them from embracing their new era. Like, you had your shot.
Yeah. Casey, your thoughts on this Debo stuff?
Yeah, it's good that he's heading back there. The Niners definitely should not let him go. Yeah, I think loyalty is a pretty big thing. I like to see guys kind of stay put with the team that gave them the chance and is willing to keep them around and pay them good money. It's good for them to keep him around. Yeah, they mean. I like what Andrew said. Like, don't make him play running back so much. He's doing so much stuff. Gonna wonder if he's gonna just get hurt from being overused.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't been yet on that thought. Sorry to interrupt, but
right, you're good.
That's a big one. I'm surprised he hasn't been yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's being overused. I mean, he's broken out and shown his true potential now, but he can be in the backfield a little bit, but not full time. Like, he's still a receiver,
Yeah, for sure.
Correct.
Yeah,
you didn't like that. I like that take, Isaiah. I wouldn't be surprised on that, honestly.
Yeah. So
Trey Lance is a starter.
Yeah.
I hope they do it. That's why I like it so much. That's like a dream scenario for me.
Yeah, for sure. They need to do that.
They do. Jimmy needs to quit holding that shit up because it's Jimmy, bro.
Yeah.
Jimmy's tight knit with the John Lynch, and John Lynch is like, all right, I'll give you a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Already had a chance, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's time to move on.
Too many chances. You blew it in the Super Bowl. You didn't do anything in the playoffs. Your defense in this last year, your defense carried you.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Lance time, man.
Yeah.
On God. I hope Jimmy watches this.
Yeah.
Move on, Jimmy.
You've had your chance, man. You blew it. You're back up, or you can just
You're
retire.
a backup now. Go back to New England.
You can be a backup, or you can retire with no rings as a starter. Do you want to earn a ring, or do you want to?
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. That is true.
You had a chance to earn a ring as a starter. You blew it.
Yeah. What's it called? Our next little topic here, because I agree with you guys. We got our thoughts out. I could really see the Niners being really, really, really good if Trey Lance comes in and does as good as I think he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Our next little topic here. This is, first of all, none of this is confirmed to be true, so we have to wait till all the news comes out. But Deshaun Watson is supposedly going to be out for the season and possibly even more, because even more and more and more details and people are coming out about all those situations. Yeah. So, Andrew, what's your thoughts on that, my boy?
First of all, it's a big shake my head.
Yeah.
Because at first, when all this was coming out, I was kind of doubtful about the ladies that have came out.
Yeah.
Because, their timing was kind of iffy. It was when Deshaun was really picking up steam. But damn, dude, like you said, more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe you when 3 more women have came out, man.
Yeah.
And then to add on top of this, like you said, like him potentially being out, the Browns paid him a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, bro.
Knowing damn well, like this stuff could take him out for good.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is against the NFL's policies. If any of this gets proven to be true, he's a sexual deviant.
Yeah.
And the NFL does not stand for that from what I've seen in the past. They've kicked dudes out for less.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if Deshaun don't get kicked out, if this is true, it's a travesty.
Yeah.
Because the dude, 24 women, bro?
Yeah.
That's just 24 that have came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have read too deep into it, but the more reports that have come out, he had appointments with 66 different masseuses.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Here's the big red flag. Why the hell do you need so many different ones, dude, if you're not doing some shady / uncomfortable shit?
Yeah.
And a third of them have come out and said you're being a sexual creep.
Yeah.
I think it's all coming down to, I think Deshaun's getting exposed.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm going to be honest, I was 100% on his side because I was like, man, this is a bunch of BS. The more it's come out and the more women that it's like, all right, bro, I can't
Yeah.
defend you no more.
Yeah. And before
And
we
the
get
Browns, I
to,
think, messed up with his contract.
yeah, I
I don't know
agree.
why they gave him a guaranteed deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd have had like fingers crossed behind the back or something, been like, yeah, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Crosties don't count.
Yeah.
You're a sexual predator.
Like,
No, sir.
yeah, like some guaranteed, obviously because you have to, but
I wouldn't have given him the full 260 like they did.
yeah, definitely not.
They're stupid. I could see him getting easily suspended for at least 2 years because he'll be out this year. I bet money.
Yeah.
Because him just doing this is against conduct. Whether he gets charged or not, it's against their conduct policies.
Yeah.
It's an absolute shocker to me that he's still able to practice.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think he should be allowed to.
I don't either, to be honest with
Because
you.
he's clearly got himself in some big trouble. Sexual crimes are no joke. Whether you were just asking for a hand job or anything like that or not, that's still a sexual crime, dude.
And what makes you think like he's not doing it right now with the Browns people? Like,
On God.
Yeah.
So,
Clearly the man has a history of being a creep.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a damn shame for the Browns, honestly.
Yeah. Real quick.
Because they put all their chips in the wrong basket.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, Andrew. I just wanted to give my initial thoughts real quick. Yeah, I was on his side at first. I was like, really? You just got a big contract. He's at his peak. Like, whatever, man. Like, all this is so coincidental, whatever. But then it started going more and more, and I'm just like, yeah, no. I can't be on board with it. And yeah, no, I'm with you 1,000%. Yeah.
It's just hard to take the man's side after all this time has come. And, it hasn't gone down. Like, the heat has not died down. It's just picked up.
Yeah. Casey, your thoughts on this situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can make it 3 now. We were all on his side at one point, thinking this is just crap. Timing's wrong. He's just now breaking through and all that, getting a big contract. But it started. More women have come out, and now you're just like, what the hell, Deshaun? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, I don't understand why people with like he's got so much money. He's playing in the NFL. Like, what more could you ask for? You're doing what you dreamed of doing as a kid, and you're gonna do shit like this. It's gonna
throw away your dream potentially.
Yeah, wash away your dream. Like you said, this could put him away for good. He's gonna get kicked out of if this all gets proven true. He's gonna get kicked out.
Yeah.
And this is just fun.
And if he doesn't, the NFL will get shut down.
Yeah.
Like that, there will be a giant boycott if not shut down, bro. There's no way they can't not act if he is found. He's gonna get kicked out.
Yeah,
no doubt.
If this is true, he will get kicked out.
And like you said,
Kaepernick got blacklisted for taking a knee, people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Josh
and you're not
Gordon
going to blacklist a sexual predator?
Yeah. Josh Gordon got suspended for a whole year for smoking weed.
For what? He basically got blacklisted because of pot. And you're not going to blacklist a predator? Yeah, they better kick his ass out if he gets found true.
There's no way they don't. And like, it's just crazy. Like,
it's insane.
Why and how the hell? Yeah, the Browns. There's the Deshaun side of it, and then there's the Brown side of it for giving him a guaranteed contract with all this going on. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can see Deshaun get mad. Like, you can see him get mad. Like, y'all don't believe me. You're not gonna give me a contract yet. Well, no, you shouldn't have. You got to make sure this shit's not actually like true. Now they owe him money.
Prove your innocence. Prove your innocence first.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't matter. Like, I just can't believe. Like, he could be doing it with anybody. I don't know why people. I don't know why
he could be doing it with the Browns people.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I don't know why. Like, can you not control yourself, man? Can you not? Come on. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Like you said, so much money. If he really needed ass that bad, he could go out to the club.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
he could get consensual ass.
It just so happens
that making these poor masseuses uncomfortable while whipping your dick out.
Just so happens that one of the NFL's star and upcoming QBs getting ready to enter his prime just can't help but to be an extremely creepy. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe this man for what he's doing, but there's no reason to do it when you have your dream in front of you.
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
Browns are finally about to get that big QB. They've had QBs who are like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be pretty good, and then he's not. With Watson, he's gonna be good. Well, guess what? You may not get him.
Yeah,
exactly.
So frustrating.
That's why that contract was a mistake.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because even if
I'm thinking, so if he gets kicked out, do they still got to pay him?
Yeah, it's guaranteed. It's a contract. He gets that money no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was an even bigger mistake. He could get booted, and you still got to pay him $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm messed up bad, man.
I thought that maybe they'd be like, "Oh, we can know." No, they got a point. That is fully guaranteed. Oh, Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not a Browns fan.
Yeah, for sure. Not leaving this topic, we have what we talked about earlier on Baker Mayfield. What do you do with him now? He's been in so many trade rumors. Like recently, he's been connected to the Panthers. Do you trade him or do you keep him? And real quick before we get to you, Andrew, I'm going to go let my dogs out. So you take it over. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, man. Give me your thoughts, buddy.
Well, God, it's like we were just talking about, Casey. I mean, if he's out, like they have nothing.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, it's pretty clear. I don't think Baker wants to play in a Browns uniform again just because he's been shaded. He got passed over by a predator.
Yeah. Like,
the only thing they can do is trade him.
Yep.
Because, releasing him, what are you going to get? Nothing, right? Just a big penalty, cap penalty.
Yeah.
Well, they have to trade him.
There you have it. Sam Darnold's going to be starting in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's... Oh.
Imagine going from Deshaun Watson to Sam Darnold.
They're almost in that position. Like, they're almost going to... They have to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't have really thought going into this Deshaun ordeal like, oh, he's for sure going to come out of this.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I just can't believe they guaranteed a guaranteed contract. Like,
especially because of the position he's in.
Browns are such a popular franchise.
Good quarterback, but just because of what you're doing off the field, I feel like he should have had no grounds.
Yeah.
You can pick where you want to go, but once he picks, the team that's picking him, I'd have looked at him and like, we're going to pay you what you're worth, and that's zero right now, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not paying you right now.
Because we could not see you. We could see you in practice all day long, but as soon as the verdict comes down and it's true, you're gone.
Yeah.
And that's $200 million down the drain.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
That's a lot of cap money.
Tons. Browns are just
Because
a power.
think about it, like we said, $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Think about how many players you could bring in each year with that.
Yeah.
And
And imagine not getting no return, no play from him, nothing. You just got to pay the man.
Yeah. And I don't know if, real quick before we get to you, Case, I don't know if you went over this, Andrew, but I came back whenever you said, like, maybe you could, like, they have to have a backup plan. I
Yeah.
think if you move on from Baker Mayfield and you send him to, say, Carolina, you get some picks back. And then what you also need to get back? Sam Darnold. Yeah, he's not the
That's what
greatest.
Casey was saying.
Yeah, cool, awesome. I'm glad we're on board. Yeah,
Let's
so
say you
like,
two are on the same page with that.
so it's just like he's not the greatest, obviously, but he's somebody, you know.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
somebody. Yep. Yeah. That's
Casey,
It's better than
you want to
looking at
give
the
us?
kicker.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the kicker comes out and just starts throwing the ball.
Yeah, like Denver had to do basically with the receiver. It's like,
Oh
you're out there now,
yeah,
buddy.
I forgot how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Case. What's your thoughts, my boy?
yeah. They're just gonna have to. I mean, Baker doesn't want to be a Brown ever again. They're gonna have to look. They're gonna have to look to, and they're probably ready to move on from him anyways. Obviously, they're ready to move on from him. They're gonna have to look to trade him to the Panthers. If the Panthers are really interested, if this is all true. I mean, it's all but confirmed at this point. They're gonna have to. That's what they're gonna have to do. Get some picks back in Sam Darnold, and they're gonna have to deal with Sam Darnold. He's not the greatest, but he's better than a third stringer. Somebody that's not even supposed to be playing quarterback. So yeah, that's what they're gonna have to do. That's what their backup plan's got to be.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. But on to the next little topic we got right here. Um. Retirements. So Frank Gore, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Alex Mack all retired. Um. Do you guys think they'll make the Hall of Fame? They were old enough. So one other person did retire, but we'll talk about that after this. He's a little bit younger. But these three, you think they can make the Hall of Fame? Andrew?
Mm. I think Frank Gore and Alex Mack will.
Okay.
I just don't know so much about Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
I mean, a journeyman making the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he'll be the greatest journeyman of all time. So maybe, but God, it'll be 20 years from now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no first ballot for old Fitzpatrick.
Definitely not. Casey, your thoughts on these three retiring?
Yeah, I mean Fitzpatrick, probably the greatest journeyman of all time. Literally saw a video posted. It was like a dozen different dudes, maybe even more than that, walking, and they all had Fitzpatrick jerseys on of different teams. That was the funniest thing ever. Just a Fitzpatrick jersey of at least 10 different teams. It was all together walking. It was one of the funniest things.
If we ever, sorry to cut you off, but if we ever start making money on this podcast, all my money I'm gonna make, I'm just gonna buy every single Ryan Fitzpatrick jersey.
That'd be quite a collection to have.
That would, bro. You'd have like every team.
That's my end
Pretty
goal in
much.
life. But no, continue, Casey. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, Frank Gore probably has a chance to. We'll just see.
Yeah.
We'll just see what happens.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. I don't know much of if Alex Mack would. He was a really good center, and he didn't really win any Super Bowls. I mean, obviously, you don't need to win Super Bowls to make the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
But you know, I could see him making it. Maybe not first ballot, but I could see Frank Gore, even though he didn't win any. Did he? he might have won it. I don't know if he won a Super Bowl. No, he didn't. Um, even though he didn't win any Super Bowl, I could see him being a first ballot. But I could also see him not being one. So it's up in the board. But I could it's up in the air, I should say. But I could definitely I see Frank Gore being a Hall of Famer no matter what. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, to me, he was just like in Adrian Peterson's tier for a little bit. Like when I first started watching football, he was on the Niners, and it was on the year that the Niners went to the Super Bowl against the Ravens. So, like, he's always been that guy for me. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, the other retirement, Kari Willis, the safety for the Colts, he's retiring after 3 seasons. Um,
Jeez.
Andrew, you want to give your thoughts on this? I'm pretty sure it's like a health concern, if I'm not mistaken.
Um, I don't have a whole lot that I know about Kyrie, but yeah, if it's health concerns, I mean, do what you got to do, man. Like Casey mentioned earlier in the episode about like Luke Kuechly, even the greatest guys got to call it quits because of their health.
Yeah,
Um, I get it. The money's probably awesome, but your health is way more important.
yeah,
Way more important. Those guys that, in the past that didn't know when to call it quits and it ended up, messing them up for life.
yeah,
Um, yeah, like, if it was a health concern for sure, definitely don't risk it.
yeah. Um, Casey, you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's health concerns. That's probably the biggest reason for retirement for people under 30. Do what you have to do. That sucks. Obviously, it's not what you want to happen. 3 seasons. If he was going to have to retire early, obviously, I'm sure he would have wanted to play a little longer and make a little more money first. But if that's what he's having to do, you don't want to risk anything.
Yeah,
Just got to do what you got to do. If it's obviously it's a tough decision, but
yeah,
yeah, if that's what it comes to, you got to do what's best for you. So
yeah. And you guys mentioned Luke Kuechly, but don't forget Andrew Luck on the same team. He did the
yeah,
That's
exact same
true.
thing.
True.
yeah, he didn't
So
want to do that.
yeah,
That's what he.
I I
He
miss
didn't
him
do that.
every year, bro. I really do.
Yeah, it
He
sucks,
was
bro.
he was so good.
He was.
As much as he made my Broncos out to be fools, yes, I do miss Andrew Luck.
He made the Chiefs lose that big lead, bro, in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
he did. Oh yeah,
He made us look like fools too, but I hated seeing him go, bro.
yeah,
It
But
was sad,
yeah,
genuinely sad.
I shedded a tear. Um,
yeah,
what's it called? Aaron Donald. We have some news about Aaron Donald. This is not really big NFL news, but he's an NFL player. Donda Sports is now a company. It's ran by Antonio Brown and obviously Donda Kanye West. Um, Aaron Donald signed with Donda Sports as like a sponsorship kind of thing. So like we talked about earlier, he could retire in 2 years, but I'm pretty sure he has like a 5-year contract for Donda Sports. So he would still be on contract for them for 3 more years afterwards. Andrew, your thoughts on this, my boy?
Gosh, signing with Antonio Brown and Kanye.
Yeah,
What a
some
group.
yeah, some
What a
crazy
sponsorship.
crazy
yeah.
figures.
That is.
We got Yeezy and the Crazy over here, Antonio and Kanye.
Yeah,
I mean, good for Aaron. Get that money, get them sponsorships, get them endorsements, make that cheddar. But very strange choice on company,
yeah,
in my opinion, at least. I wouldn't sign with nothing associated with Antonio Brown or even Kanye.
yeah, for sure.
Kanye's losing his damn mind nowadays. Like, what?
Yeah, yeah, he really is. Yeah, Casey, you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. That's quite a group we got there, huh? I mean, there must be something in it that Donald knows that obviously nobody else knows that made it very intriguing. But yeah, I definitely find it pretty interesting.
Yeah. Um, Real quick, this is a little off topic, but it's also on Donda sports topic. Casey, you can give me your thoughts if you'd like, but Andrew, Jalen Brown also signed with Donda, so maybe,
Really?
yeah, maybe it is something that we're not knowing yet. You know?
I guess so. Yeah, they got one of the biggest football players, and then they got one of the better up and coming basketball players. That's kind of,
Yeah,
again, like Casey said, though, it's just a strange group, though.
yeah,
Kanye and Antonio Brown.
yeah, yeah.
The biggest question mark for me is the Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
We've
The
seen
man
Kanye.
who took basically his clothes and threw them into the stands in his last game.
We've seen Kanye run a good business with Yeezys and stuff. So I'm not really worried about him per se, but with Antonio Brown is when it's like, yeah, no. Um, Casey, you want to give your thoughts on the Jalen Brown Donda thing, or
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's not much left to say besides just maybe there's just something. Yeah, like I said, maybe there's just something we don't know yet.
yeah,
They got an up and coming basketball player signing too. Pretty
yeah,
strange group for Antonio Brown, man.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, we'll just see how that goes then.
yeah. Back on the topic, or a little bit off the topic, I guess. It's another sport. I don't personally watch baseball. I don't know if Andrew does, but I know you do, Casey. Gordon Tate, the receiver, I'm pretty sure he played for the Giants last. I'm not 1,000% sure. But I remember him
Correct.
back in the day, I remember him. He played for the Lions and all that. But he switched to baseball. I'm pretty sure he's on the G League team now. And yeah, Andrew, you watch baseball?
I don't, but that's just why.
Yeah.
Why would you switch to a different sport 10 years after playing another one?
Yeah.
Like he's in his early 30s trying baseball now?
He's like Michael Jordan?
I guess.
Yeah, well, you know how bad that went for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Not go well at all.
Yeah, I don't know. That's confusing. Why? That's just a big why.
Yeah. Casey, you got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, dude, that's just well. I'm ready to sit down and watch this man play some baseball. This is very strange to me. I had to laugh at that when I saw it in there. I was like, "Are you serious? Why is
Yeah,
this
bro.
man switch?" I would have never in a million years expected that. Like, like Kyler Murray had baseball and football offers, but he had a choice to make before he went to either league, and he chose football.
Yeah.
I didn't. Nobody would. I don't. I'm not sure. I mean, who even knew that Golden Tate ever played baseball or was ever interested in playing baseball?
I did it
This is
for
very.
sure. Like,
I would have
obviously,
never.
yeah, yeah, sorry to cut you off. I was gonna say, like,
Like
obviously,
what?
Mahomes and Russell was baseball players, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Usually quarterback. You can guess that a quarterback played baseball, but a wide receiver
ah, yeah,
wouldn't
Just
I
so
expect
mean,
that.
strange. So strange.
Quarterbacks that had some sort of experience with baseball, but a wide receiver is going to switch to playing baseball out of nowhere. Oh
yeah,
man,
it's a little weird.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we got our last bit of news here. Kyle Fuller. Is he the one that played for the Chiefs, Casey, or was that Kendall?
Yeah, that was Kendall Fuller.
Okay. Well,
Kyle
Kyle
played with
Fuller.
Denver.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yep.
Chicago. He went
And the
to
Bears.
hmm
Baltimore. Um, how do you feel about that, Andrew?
God, I wish I could say I was happy for this for Baltimore, but I'm not because when he came to Denver, he was not even half the guy he was in Chicago.
Uh huh.
Um, that that's why he's not a Bronco this year. We let his ass go after 1 year. Um, that this is a interesting move. I hope they're not starting him.
Yeah,
He's just. I was really excited about Kyle Fuller when he came to Denver. I just
yeah,
watched him over the. He's not good anymore, or something happened.
yeah,
I'm not excited for this for Baltimore. That's just another corner to get burned.
yeah. Um, Casey, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, seems like it, man. Like obviously, yeah. Denver didn't like what they gave him a chance. They didn't like the production, so they said, "See ya." He's he's starting to. He's 30 now. And not
Mm-hmm.
everybody starts to. Some guys peak out around 30. Seems as if he's already on the downslope. We'll see if he just gets worse or if he has some sort of bounce back year. But
Yeah,
yeah, he's definitely not the guy he was in Chicago.
yeah, for sure.
Not right now, at least.
Yeah,
He's 30, so you got to wonder if he'll ever be that good again. He's starting to get older.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you look at it, they got Marcus Williams from New Orleans. I'm pretty sure they also drafted somebody. I can't think of his name. He was a really good safety in the draft. They drafted him, and they have Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey. So yeah, I don't see him necessarily starting. So maybe
Yeah,
backup would be good for him. Um, but yeah, I mean, like you guys said, if he's not starting, then I think this will be a pretty good signing for him, in my opinion. But yeah, if he's starting, I don't like it. Um, but yeah,
yeah.
no. Let's jump into the scheduling matchups. Last episode, I don't know, was you here, Andrew, for the last episode?
I was not.
Okay. So we went over week 1 through week 4, and we done it a little weird. We talked about like 7 different teams, 7 different matchups for each week, and that really dragged out through the episode. We were gonna have some more weeks for this episode, but we had a lot of news because we didn't have an episode, you know. So we
Right.
have week 5 and week 6 right here, and I only chose 2 matchups that were the best out of those 2 weeks. In my opinion, I don't know if you guys saw any other matchups. If you guys looked at it, then obviously let me know. Let us know. Um, but yeah, week 5 we had the Raiders at the Chiefs matchup. Um, your guys' thoughts on that? You guys think we're winning that?
I'll let you Chiefs fans go first on this one.
All right, Casey.
Yeah, Chiefs Raiders. We absolutely owned them last year, especially at home. That was an absolute slaughter.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see if it's another slaughter or not. But I don't think that's a game that we drop. But we'll see. We'll see what Adams does to our secondary.
Yeah.
We'll see if Carr can step up, and we'll get to see how well our secondary gets to um deal with Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfro, and then of course Darren Waller. He's always been good. He's always a problem, but I definitely think that's a game that we come out on top of.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, I'll give my thoughts. Um, we had like the one week 1s through 4. We had a lot of the AFC West teams in those matchups. Like all 4 of them, they were in a lot of them. This is just another one, just because all 4 of them were really good. Um, Chiefs, I think, are. I've talked to Andrew and Casey about this off camera. I think the Chiefs and the Chargers are the strongest out of the 4, just because they have the least amount of question marks. I mean, you could argue about the Chiefs. Their defense is questionable, and the receiving core is like they don't have Tyreek Hill, but at the same time, a lot could change. A lot could be different. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, Raiders, every time they go to the Chiefs Arrowhead, it's a really nice matchup, or it's a blowout for the Chiefs. Um, but it always seems like the Chiefs win, in my eyes. It just like from thinking about it past history, I just always think the Chiefs won at Arrowhead against the Raiders. Um, I'm not sure if that's factual or not, but it just makes me think of it. But yeah, no, I just think the Chiefs will for sure win. It's obviously we have to see how Devontae Adams plays, how Derek Carr plays. I think Devontae Adams is going to get his stats no matter what. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to see this game. I would really like to go see this game. You know, it's at Arrowhead, so
Yeah.
I'd like to. Andrew, your thoughts on this matchup?
I think this is gonna be because this is the first time you guys play, right? This next season.
Is it the first time, Casey, or did we play him before? I think it's the
Wait,
first time.
what week is this?
5.
5.
I
From
would
what I can
assume.
see, I think it's your first time playing him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. We play them week 5 and week. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. Sometime late. We usually play them. Seems like we play them week like 5 to 7, and then again after the bye week sometime. Our bye week's usually like week 10, week 11.
I can't find it, but I think it is the first game because it's early.
I would say from what I saw, it is. The reason I bring that up is it seems like every time the Raiders and Chiefs play that first time, it's the best game.
Yeah,
At least from what I've noticed. Last year, I thought the Raiders won last year.
It did.
Not both, but I thought they won one. It was a shootout.
yeah,
It's yeah,
Um,
they did.
and that's the only thing where I'm like, we're gonna have us a little game this week. I think we're gonna have a little show. And it's in Arrowhead. If it wasn't an Arrowhead, I'd go with Raiders. But the Chiefs, that the home field advantage is no more obvious than with the Kansas City Chiefs.
yeah,
Even in the regular season.
yeah,
So I think that the Chiefs win this matchup.
yeah. And I've been to a Raiders game at Arrowhead before, and it was just a normal regular season game. And yeah, the crowd is insane no matter what. So yeah, I think home field advantage is for real a thing for the Chiefs. Same with Lambeau. It's pretty good. But yeah, no. The second matchup for this week is the Chargers at the Browns. This was obviously chosen before the Deshaun Watson, all that stuff more of it came out. Um, but yeah, this was probably an easy matchup, easy guess. I'll give my thoughts real quick. I think the Chargers will probably just destroy them. I see their defense as being elite, really elite. They have arguably the best safety in the league. And then they have one of the, I forgot who it is, but one of the Bosa's, and then Khalil Mack,
Joey.
Joey Bosa. And then your offense, you have Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They even picked up Gerald Everett for the tight end. And then you obviously have Austin Eckler. So that team, I think, could just overpower the Browns, especially if they don't have a quarterback in this time. So, yeah, Andrew, your thoughts on this matchup?
Gosh, if we're considering the Deshaun Watson news and going along that line, saying that he's out, um, I'm with you. I think that it's going to be a blowout in Chargers' favor.
Yeah,
Um, without Deshaun, the Browns are just not going to be. They're just going to be fodder. They're just going to be beat down material for everyone.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Casey, your thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah. If there's not going to be a Deshaun Watson, I'll take the Chargers by 15, maybe even 20.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
pretty safe prediction, my man. That's a pretty good prediction.
for sure.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
take the Chargers by 3 scores. That one without Watson.
yeah, I like that. All right, and then we're on to the next week, and that is week 6. It'll be okay. So this is another AFC West team. Next episode around, I'll try to change it up a little bit more, not have as much AFC West teams, unless obviously it's a
Depends on the
dogfight.
matchups.
Yeah, because this is gonna be a dogfight, and I know
Hmm.
I said I wanted to go to the Raiders at Chiefs game, but honestly, I might just save my money to go to the next week because it's a Bills at Chiefs. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
uh, it's gonna be a rematch, right? Didn't we play them? Didn't we play them last year? Or was it? Do we?
Yep. AFC Championship.
Um,
No.
no,
Yeah. No.
that was the
Divisional round.
Bengals. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah. It'll be a rematch still though. 2 years straight actually. We played them in the postseason and we beat them. So um, I don't care. I'd say just let them win. You know, get their confidence up, and then obviously in the postseason when we meet up again, just stab them in the back. You know, just they won't expect it. They probably will, but I think just either go out and have a amazing game and just have a nice dogfight back and forth, or you know, Bills will probably come out and destroy us. It's always regular season, so it's obviously not all cards on the table. And yeah, Andrew, your thoughts on this game?
I'm with you. I think it'll be a great game again. It'll be a fight to the end. But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I I think they'll get their revenge.
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they'll come and get it in the postseason, but I think they'll avenge that loss in the playoffs and they'll show that they're a real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Casey, your thoughts?
Yeah. More Buffalo Chiefs. More Bills Chiefs action and starting a little rivalry building up now. They don't like that we've beat them 2 years in a row, and the NFL keeps scheduling us together, and that's for a reason. This is a game that a lot of people now are excited us to watch. It's a game I'd love to go to for sure. Um, I really wanted to go to the divisional round game, and if I wasn't trapped at college doing stuff, I might have actually gotten to, and that's the worst part. And that was obviously like the most insane game ever. But yeah, I can definitely see it going either way. It's gonna be a really good game. I expect a shootout. But I wouldn't be the most surprised person ever if the Bills came out and rolled over us like they did in the regular season matchup last year. But it's the regular season; it doesn't matter to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say the Bills come out and beat us this game. But it ain't gonna matter. It
Yeah.
ain't gonna matter if we meet up in the playoffs again and do what we've done. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't say my prediction. Um, I said it'll either be a dogfight or the Bills will come out and destroy us. I think the Bills will win no matter what, like you guys said. Um, yeah, and like I said, it's a regular season. You know, no matter what, it's not the postseason. Um, I do think they'll get the revenge, just like last year. They came out there in the regular season, they played with their hearts out, and they got the revenge. And then in the postseason again, they lost. Like it'll just be the same thing over and over again. Um, but yeah, our next and last matchup for now will be. It's a little bit of iffy one, but these two teams are kind of the same caliber, so it could be a pretty good team. Not team, but pretty good matchup. Cowboys at the Eagles. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think the Eagles are really good, or not really good, but really bright, I should say. Their defense got really better, very better. I don't know how the word is. They got better. Um, their offense has a lot of question marks. Um, they for sure have gotten decently better. They did have one of the best drafts in the league. Um, they did add AJ Brown, but it's like Jalen Hurts is he that guy? I don't know. Um, but yeah, no, Cowboys side, I don't like Dak Prescott at all. I think Ezekiel Elliott. jumped into his hype and is now nothing. Um, and yeah, their defense is a little lackluster in my opinion. Um, their receiving core is probably the most bright side of that team. But yeah, Andrew, what's your thoughts, bro?
I think this will be a Philadelphia proving game. I think they'll roll over Dallas because, yeah, I'm not in the Dak Prescott supporting cast either. I think he's been overhyped from the start.
Yeah,
And Zeke, I mean, good God, what the hell happened to him?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't believe he was overhyped. I believe he was backing it up, but he
I
kind of
think he,
disappeared.
yeah, I think he jumped into his hype. I think he was. I think he definitely backed it up for sure. But I think he just jumped into it and became a celebrity that he just doesn't do anything now. Kind of
Probably
reminds me
hitting
of
pulling the
James
James
Harden.
Harden route in
Yeah,
the NFL.
exactly what I was just about to say. Like, yeah. Sorry to cut you off
But yeah,
though.
I mean, God, yeah, like you said, their defense is just lackluster. It's just not that. I don't know why the NFL media tries to always hype up the damn Cowboys. Man, they're just not. There ain't nothing special about them.
Yeah,
And Philly, those question marks. I feel like there's nothing but good that could come from those guys that you mentioned. I mean, obviously, I feel like there could be their bad with Jalen, but AJ Brown, there ain't no going wrong with that man.
yeah.
You know, um, who they got at running back? Like Miles Gaskin, or something like that.
Who Eagles?
Mm-hmm.
They had Miles Sanders.
Sanders, that's his name.
I really like him though. I
And
really
Miles
do.
is good. He's young. And their defense, yeah, I just feel like they have a better team than Dallas. So I think it'll be a blowout in Philly's favor.
Casey, your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think the Cowboys are gonna have near as good as the years they did. They had their chance last year. Now it seems as if they've downgraded, and the Eagles are looking like they can start becoming something. They're bright. May not be the most insane team ever this season, but they can compete to win that division.
Yeah,
And I definitely think the Eagles are going to win this game, especially since they're not playing in Dallas. The Cowboys might take the game in Dallas, but I could see the game in Dallas being a good game. But I think the Eagles are going to win this one.
yeah, yeah. We're all on the same page. I love it. Um, yeah. Let's hop into our top 10 tight ends of all time.
All
Um,
right.
all right. So we'll do 10 to 6, and then our 5 to 1, like we usually do on both sides of the pods. Yeah. So anybody want to start, or should I start?
One of you guys can start.
Bet I'll start it up. Um, all right. So at my number 10. So this goes for a lot of different things. Andrew knows because I've done it for the NBA pod. There's like different tiers for me. Um, like 10 through 6, 10 through 5, you could pretty much throw them at any spot for me, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I could see it. Um, so yeah, I'm going at number 10. I'm going Heath Miller. He was really underrated, and he put up his stats. Big Ben was his quarterback, and I just remember Big Ben always just dishing to that man. Overheaded pass, just big man just running down the field, just overheaded pass to that man. Um, yeah, I don't know if he deserves a top 10 all time, but I didn't know who else to really put above him. I mean, you could have Dallas Clark up in there. He's probably an honorable mention for me. Um, yeah, I don't know. Heath Miller at 10. Um, then at 9, you have Jimmy Graham. He never won a ring, which was sad for me. Wait, did he? Did he win one for New Orleans? I
He
don't
might
think
have
he.
won one.
Okay. Well,
Let me look.
yeah, you look real quick for me, please. But he was really good.
He did not win a Super Bowl.
He did not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. So he didn't win, and that's kind of sad because it's like my time growing up, he was that tight end of the league. Like obviously you had Gronk up there, and in my time you also had number one for me, which I will get to. But Jimmy Graham was just he was always the top three tight end in the league. Like he put up his stats. Drew Brees was great with him, and then he went to play with Russell Wilson, and I thought that was going to be great. But he didn't really perform. And then he went to Chicago, and that was so bad that he just retired week 17, walked off, retired. Um, yeah. At number 8, I got Greg Olsen. I loved him, and I think he was also another person that retired a little early. It wasn't as early as Kuechly and Andrew Luck, but he was like 30 years old. Like he could have went another 3 years. I think he was obviously finding a lot of injuries, but he was really good. Like he was really really good. He was another tight end that I just grew up around. He was a tight end in the league that played really well. Cam Newton, he was probably my favorite quarterback growing up. I told Andrew this before. Carolina Cam Newton he was just amazing to me. Um, and after he like right out of Auburn, like right his last year of Auburn, everything, bro. But I love Greg Olson. He's at 8 for me, and then
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey. I have Travis Kelsey at 7. It was kind of hard. I wanted to put him higher, but I couldn't. Not yet. Not yet. I think he has the potential to be 3. I think he has the potential to be 3. But right now, no. But he's definitely 7. Um, I don't have to say much about Kelsey. We all know who he is. He puts up 1,000 yards every single season, double teamed, and he's just he's just that guy for the Chiefs. Um, he's been there all his career. He's just that guy. I love him. So yeah, he's at 7. I hope that's not a hot take. But number 6 is Jason Whitton for me. Um, yeah, he really put up his stats, and I don't know. It was kind of like Jimmy Graham was out of all the names I just said, other than Kelsey, like Whitten, Olsen, and Heath Miller. These 3 were like underrated to me. Like I don't know why, but these 3 were really underrated, and at least in my eyes. And Whitten, he always had his stats. Like that's what you could say about the tight ends. Like, they get their stats and they perform to their job and more. So it's kind of. I think he deserves to be up here. Um, I don't know. I feel like my 10 through 6 was kind of iffy, but I don't know. I'll see what your guys' list is and see. Andrew?
All right. My 10 through 6 is gonna look a little different.
Okay.
Not even gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Um,
I love it. I love it.
that number 10 for me, I'm gonna go Dallas Clark.
Okay.
Um, I watched Dallas. I mean, it was later in his career, but even then, I was seeing Peyton throw him some dimes, and
Yeah.
Dallas has hella good hands. I think he set the standard for blocking tight ends. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
in nowadays football,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I think just about everyone knew he was great at catching and running routes and not quite bulldozing, but he could block like. He would open up those holes or he would, throw those ends out of the way.
Yeah.
No, he was one of the first tight ends I watched and really appreciated his craft.
Yeah, bro.
Um, call this a hot take, but number 9 for me, Jason Whitten.
Okay.
Um, he was another one that he kept up that blocking tight end mantra. He was great at receiving. He just wasn't very fast,
Yeah.
but he was a hell of a blocker. Um, he just ranks lower for me because yeah, his athleticism.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just been just kind of a block per se. He
Yeah.
could block off the line and he could catch and bull, but he couldn't do nothing spectacular, like out of the ordinary. Like, oh my God, huge leaping. I just couldn't,
Yeah.
Number 8, ours match, but Greg Olsen.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
I'd honestly put Greg higher had he continued playing.
I don't
Like you
disagree.
said, I'm with you. I think Greg had at least 3 more years, at least.
Yeah.
Greg was another one that I really got into watching him play. He was with the Panthers, not one of my teams, but man, yeah, I really appreciated watching him just outmaneuver people. He's not even the most athletic guy, but he was great at running routes. And I had just read, a couple of days ago when I was making this, he was the first tight end in history to have 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
Really?
So, the
Dang.
first ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing news to hear.
That is, because we're both in the same boat. We're Greg Olsen super fans too. That's a jersey I will my life ends for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Greg Olsen at the 7 or 8. Was it 8? Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Gosh, the 7. I'm a have to go with Jimmy Graham.
Okay.
Another one I watched in my younger days, but I watched him more in his prime, and that man was dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant.
Yeah.
Anytime Breeze hit him in the end zone, he caught it,
Yeah.
no matter what.
For sure.
And he was athletic. He was one of the athletic tight ends, of my era, my generation.
Yeah.
One of the first athletic tight ends.
Yeah, bro.
And again, he's another one that would be higher had he not, injuries is really what stopped him. Not retirement, but injuries is what has stopped him from being higher for me.
Uh,
Number 6, yeah, he's a little higher for me than you, but Kelsey.
Okay.
No, might be the same.
No, I have him at
But
7.
Travis Kelsey, man, for me, he has potential to be the greatest.
Yeah.
He might be a Kansas City Chief, but you can't deny the skill
Yeah.
that man possesses. He's not so much of a blocker, but he can still chip a block off. But
Yeah.
the thing that carries him to number 6 is his receiving abilities.
Yeah.
You can double him, you can triple him. Kelsey will catch it.
Yeah.
And Kelsey's fast as hell.
Oh
He's a
yeah.
big ass dude, but he is fast.
Hello, bro.
I'd say for his size, he's probably the fastest. Like
Yeah.
that dude is quick and he
Yeah.
can catch.
Yeah.
And only time will kick him higher because I don't see Kelsey going any lower for
Yeah,
me.
bro.
I see him only going higher.
Yeah. I love to hear it. All right, Casey, you got your 10 through 6?
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start mine off with Jimmy Graham.
Okay.
Like Andrew said, he was an absolute machine. He was just so much fun to watch, and it's a shame that he never got to win a championship. You don't have to have a championship to be one of the best at your position. Obviously, it's just
Yeah.
something that he unfortunately never got to get. But he definitely deserved one, and he deserved to continue playing. But injuries just sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Jimmy. I had to put Jimmy Graham in there. At number 9, Greg Olsen. Really liked him.
Yeah.
Another guy that deserved a championship, didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just he kept playing just a little longer. That would have been nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's time comes eventually for him. He had to call it when he did. He ended up having a really good career. It's no championships, but it's not what it's always all about.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
at 8, Jason Whitten.
Okay.
Um, he was very good, and obviously being a member of the Dallas Cowboys through 2010s, he didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
I got thrown on the bus a little bit even, but he was always a really good player, and he just started to age and decline. But he left and then he came back for a little bit and gave it a little longer. He gave it until he just couldn't anymore. He
Yeah.
played with a lot of heart and dedication.
Yeah.
Could have just had to cut when he initially decided not to play anymore. Could have just he gave it some thought and he came back. He grinded, was it 1 or 2 more years out? Grinded it out just a little longer.
Yeah. I think it was 2, but I know
Yeah,
for a fact it
one or
was
two
1.
seasons. Came back and grinded it out a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7. And this is a guy that, like Andrew said, he's got potential to go down as the best tight end of all time. Potentially, it's Travis Kelsey. I love this guy so much. No, just when you think he's gonna start slowing down because he's a year older, he doesn't. He always figures it out. It doesn't matter who you put on him. It doesn't matter if he's double covered or what. He continues to put up over 1,000 yards year after year. He's got his ring, and he's looking for more. And I definitely think by the time he retires, and he could play till his 40s, even till he's 40. I don't think it's sometime soon. Hopefully, he's got a few more rings to back up his status, and he'll definitely end up in the top 3. I think. And obviously he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And
Yeah.
for number 6, Mike this is Mike Ditka.
Okay.
Played for the Eagles and the Browns for a
Was
long.
it the Bears?
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah, I meant the Bears. The Browns.
But yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, he played a long time ago. Obviously, he played with the Bears from 61 to 66. And then the Eagles from 67 to 68, and then he even played for the Cowboys for a few years.
Yeah.
A couple championships. He won one with the Bears, and then he won the championship with the Cowboys in '72, and then he decided to retire. But yeah, that's a guy that obviously none of us got to watch, but yeah, you hear about
Yeah.
him and what he's done. He almost 6,000 receiving yards in his career, 43 touchdowns and 158 games played.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of one of your early examples of a really good tight end that kind of did it all.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm liking it so far. Obviously, you guys have any debates or questions, hold them to the end because I do have some questions for you guys. But yeah, no, my number 5. This might be a little hot. I I think you can throw um anyone I'd said other than probably Heath Miller in front of him. It's Antonio Gates. Um, I think he was really good. He's probably as good as the others, if not a little bit worse, if not a little bit better. I don't know. I think he was really good though. Um, he put up really good stats, and yeah, no, him and Philip Rivers just clicked. And what didn't he play there for 10 years? Right, wasn't it, or something like that? He played there a long time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, no. Number 5 is Gates. Maybe you could throw him down. Number 4 is Ditka. Obviously, yeah, like Casey said, we didn't see him play, but he was one of those tight ends that it's like I don't know, just an old timer guy. Just he's up there though, you know. Um, yeah, no, he was amazing for the Bears. I've heard people say, and people even could put him in the top 1 of all time. I don't agree with it, obviously, because he's at 4, but yeah. At number 3, I have Shannon Sharp. Um, he was really, really, really good. Um, he obviously played for the Broncos, but he he was. I think he was. Yeah, he was before my time as well. But he was. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. He put up his stats. Did he win a ring at all? What didn't he? I think he did.
Who, Shannon?
Yeah,
No, he won 2.
two of them. Yeah. So yeah, what is this quarterback? Elway.
Elway, and then it was Trent Dilfer on the Ravens.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he. Yeah, man. You just know he's even an ESPN analysis, and obviously that doesn't make him up there, but it just shows that he has some voice to be that guy. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really like his hot take or his takes at all, but I don't know. Two is Gronk. This is a no matter what, he's at number two unless obviously Kelsey jumps up. Um, yeah, I have Gronk at two. He's played for the Patriots and he was Tom Brady's um Robin. I was gonna try to say of another better sidekick, but whatever. Robin. Um, yeah, he absolutely amazing, and he arguably could be the best tight end of all time. But I can't put him over this guy, Tony Gonzalez. He was just way better. Um, Not way better, but he. I just love Tony Gonzalez. I obviously grew up watching his late games in Atlanta. But he was still really good in Atlanta. And then he played for the Chiefs before then, and he was just I've seen gameplay of him. He was absolutely amazing. Um, yeah, I love it. Andrew, what's your 5 through 1?
I'm going to hit y'all with a hot take right out the gate.
All right.
My number 5 is one Vernon Davis.
Ooh, okay, I love it. I love it.
Wow.
And let me
Okay,
tell you why.
tell me.
Vernon Davis, he was a rare breed for even his time. This was when the Tony Gonzalez's were already through. The Gronks were coming through. Kelsey was just getting born up. Vernon Davis put the speed in tight ends. He's probably the fastest tight end I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And he could catch. He had glue hands.
yeah,
And I think he was severely underrated in his time in the league.
yeah,
He got the one ring, and that was with Denver. You
yeah,
know, um, but yeah, a completely underrated guy. I watched him a lot growing up, and yeah, I think he belongs up here.
yeah. Real quick. Did he play for San Francisco as well? Didn't he?
Yeah, that's where he started.
Okay, okay. Yeah. All right, sorry.
His last year of his career was when he won that ring.
Oh, okay. Bet. All right,
So
sorry.
yeah, he had what I'm reading his stats. He had 7,500 yards, 63 touchdowns in 194 games.
Wow.
That is
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
But yeah, that man, he cracks my top 5.
Okay.
My number 4, that gets a little easier as it goes down. I'm with you, Antonio Gates.
Mm,
Another really underrated guy. Um, yeah, a lot of people are putting his stats to, he only played, the reason he got so many stats, it looks so big is because there's one guy. He's loyal, and he
yeah,
was great.
yeah,
You don't score as many touchdowns as Antonio Gates did and not be a great.
yeah,
Um, Even when the Chargers were a dumpster fire of a team, the one positive they had was Antonio Gates.
yeah, for sure.
He's a certified team lifter, and it's at a position that you wouldn't think that could be possible.
Yeah,
I think he was one of the first team lifter tight ends.
yeah,
Um,
bro.
Number 3 might be a little biased, but Shannon Sharp. I'm with you on that. Um, Shannon was one of the first dominant tight ends ever.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, Shannon Sharp. But my number 2, call it hot. Sorry, hold on.
All right.
Say got a motorcycle coming in. But my number 2, call it hot, is Tony Gonzalez, man. Tony's, God, of course, you can obviously make the case for number 1.
Yeah.
Dominance personified.
Mm-hmm.
No rings, but like you guys said all episode, rings don't make you great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was Gronk before Gronk.
Yeah.
He was the one positive on the dumpster fire Chiefs.
Yeah. And the Falcons.
Yeah. He almost led him to a Super Bowl on that trash team when he was there.
Yeah.
And my number 1 that leads into is Gronk.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can
that
see it.
man, just you can put it on. He had the goat throwing him the ball, but you still got to catch it.
Yeah.
Gronk was catching it in triple teams, people smashing him and he still catches it.
Yeah.
The man's a straight catch, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Gronk, I have never not liked watching him play.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been on the Patriots, so I've hated watching him destroy us.
Oh yeah.
But you can't not be in awe seeing 3 grown ass men hugging him basically, and he still catches it.
Yeah,
And
bro.
that's why Gronk's number 1 for me.
All right. Yeah. Real quick before we get to UKC, my family, whenever I used to play like football with them, because we go into the street and play like a 3-on-3, like uncles and then cousins and stuff. And then we even had like a big flag football for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like big 5-on-5, 7-on-7 for family. My nickname was Gronk. Like they would just like my uncles would just toss it up as quarterback, just toss it up, and I was always just big and tall. Like even at basketball, I played center because I was just big and tall. So I just jump over everybody and just Gronk it, Like yeah, I love him, and he deserves to be one for sure. Yeah, no, Casey, sorry for interrupting, but your turn, buddy.
You're good, man. All right. Number 5. I have. What's that? I have Ozzie Newsome at number 5. Yeah, I
Love
know.
it. I love it.
I didn't see him on any of your guys' list, and I was like, oh gosh, what are they gonna think?
No, I love it.
Are they gonna think?
No, that's a really good pick. It's just before my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he would. His career spanned from 78 to 90, and he stayed with Cleveland. He managed to stay with Cleveland the whole time.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
That's awesome.
That's awesome for his loyalty standards, though.
Sometimes guys don't get rings because they choose to be loyal over ring chasing and going from team to team. And you
Hey,
gotta.
bro, and look at half those guys. They're in the Hall of Fame now because of it.
Yeah.
Ozzie Newsome's in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Three-time Pro Bowler as well. Gonzalez is in the Hall of Fame. There's plenty of guys without rings that are in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
You gotta give it out to the guys that are loyal to the teams that draft them and just try to grind one out with their team, even when it's not going well at all. Yeah, you just gotta hand it up to him for that. And at number 4, I've got Shannon Sharp.
Love it.
Shannon Sharp was, he was just a hell of a tight end. He really was. Over 10,000 yards in his career. And 3 rings he did win in his career he won 3 rings in 4 years, I believe is what it was.
Dang.
He was playing for a while without a ring, and then I think it was 88, 99, and 01. So yeah, he won 2 with Denver, and then he got one with Baltimore before going back to Denver to retire there. Yeah, he played a while without getting a ring. He was staying loyal to Denver, and he was with Denver when they back to backed it. Then he decided to venture off, and then he got a ring with another team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I got to see more of Shannon Sharp instead of, I never really got to watch him because he retired retired when I was a year old. Never got to watch the guy play. I wish I could have.
Yeah.
Got to watch the guy play, but we know how good he was. And then number 3, I've got Antonio Gates.
Okay.
Sometimes he
I
gets
love it. I
Sometimes,
love it.
Okay, I do too.
sometimes he gets overlooked, no rings. But he's another guy that stayed loyal. He stayed loyal to the Chargers, and you just got to give it out to him. I mean, he 3 times All Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. Put up over 11,000 yards, 116 touchdowns. He doesn't. That's the only thing missing in his career was a ring. Really, I mean, it sucks he didn't get one, but rings aren't everything. I really enjoyed watching Antonio Gates play, even though he was a Charger. You have to give just like Andrew gave his respect to Kelsey, even though he's a Chief. I have to give my respect to Gates, even though he was a Charger.
Yeah.
You got to respect talent, man. Even if they're for the rival, you got to respect greatness.
1000%.
Exactly. And number 2 is Gronk. He's not quite the number 1 for me, but obviously he's up there. He's in talks for the best tight end all the time. He's usually in the top 3, at least top 5, for good reason. He's obviously had some injuries that's slowing him down, but he's grinded it out with Brady, and he followed him to Florida when we thought he was done for good. He decided to come back
Win another ring.
and go with Brady, win another ring. They go to Tampa Bay together and win another ring. You just got to hand it to him, man. Gronk. Some people got tired of him. He got tired of the Patriots, obviously, but because he got tired of the Patriots, I got tired of Brady more than anything. And I could respect Gronk. He was fun to watch. Always been fun to watch.
Yeah.
And his injuries sucked to see him get slowed down because of injuries, but found a way to keep playing and go win another ring with another team.
Yeah.
So good for him, right? And number 1, obviously, I have Tony Gonzalez. I mean, he's the best tight end of all time in a lot of people's books, I think. Always top 3 at least. I think it's interchangeable between Gronk and Gonzalez a lot, and Gonzalez, and he was like one of the only good thing, like y'all mentioned, one of the only good parts of the Chiefs. Man, can you imagine Gonzalez? Can you imagine prime Gonzalez in this Chiefs offense?
Yeah.
If he just had some
Good
talent.
Lord. Good Lord.
Imagine if he had some talent around him and wasn't a one-man show on that offense. It just, man, he won one playoff game in his entire career. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't that like the only playoff game he didn't he only get like 2 in his career?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Never won a playoff game with the Chiefs. I don't think he made the playoffs with the Chiefs. He
I
definitely
was about to say,
didn't.
I don't think they ever went.
Oh. You had to hand it up. He could have went ring chasing, but he didn't, and that says a lot about him.
Yeah.
That mad respect to him for that.
I didn't like when he kind of dedicated his career to the Falcons a few years back at the Hall of Fame or whatever it was when they asked him. But he was loyal to the Chiefs for a very long time. So he could have went out and got a ring, A contender
Easily.
a contender that was one piece away back then could have looked at Gonzalez and said, "Look, we'll give you a ton of money to come win a championship with us." He didn't do that. He stayed with the Chiefs. And, he's a Chiefs legend. He's obviously a Hall of Famer, and you know what? He's the best tight end of all time.
Yeah.
Pretty well said.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right. Yeah. That's the end of our topics for today. Pretty good pod, 2-hour pod.
Hell of an episode.
On God, if you
Yeah, it
guys
was a lot
are
of
still watching it, leave a like and shit. Leave us some comments.
For sure.
Yeah. I was thinking.
Throw us some topics.
Yeah, for sure. We need some topics. But next week we're for sure gonna have some games to have played. Maybe some drafts that we do. I don't know. something a little different that we don't usually do, just to change it up a little bit. And yeah, we're gonna obviously have a list. So I was thinking we do current safeties since we talked about it
I like
earlier.
that.
You guys cool with that?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
down.
All right, bet. So yeah, next week, yeah, we'll probably do Thursday at 9 again, probably. If you guys are down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be in Kansas City, I think, but
Yeah.
I might be able to go find an area to still do it. So I'll let you guys know on that.
Even if you have to hop in for 30 minutes or so, just whatever, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, for
All right.
sure.
Bet. All right, dog. Hold on. Let me end the poll real quick. If you guys are still watching, obviously leave it a like, and we'll see you guys next week. Or we'll see Andrew and me. Real quick before we end, when do you want to do an episode? We got one tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, if I'm correct, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So you'll see me and Andrew tomorrow night. Um, yeah, and then Casey probably next week. All right, ending